is Eula, and today we're gonna read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Draw. And we're gonna start reading on Sunday and the end of reading at Wednesday, maybe. So, and for example, today we're gonna start reading on Sunday and the end of reading at Tuesday. You will think of like that because Wednesday is too many chapters to read. So, but there's no Tuesday on the chapter for today's reading. So let's just the inner reading on Wednesday. Now, I'm ready for read this one. Look at a lot of stories. Now here we go. First, we can read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Draw. Well, I thought about it a lot overnight, and I realized that at the rate me and Rowie are going, we're gonna be in a college before this hole in the 10 feet deep. So I came up with a totally different idea for what could we do. I remember this thing I saw on the TV where scientists made a tiny capsule and filled with a bunch of stuff like newspapers and DVDs and things like that. The scientists burrowed their time capsule in the ground. The idea was that a few hundred years someone will come along and dig up. They can learn how people from our time used to live. Time capsule. Do not open until 2,300 years. So, yes. I told Rowie about my idea and he seemed really anxious about it. Mostly, I think he was just glad we're gonna spend the next few years digging a hole. I asked Rory to donate some items to put in the time capsule, and that's when he got cold feet. I told Rory that if we put some of his Christmas presents in the time capsule, people in the future will get some really cool stuff when they open the box. Rory told me it wasn't fair because I wasn't putting any of my Christmas presents in the time capsule. So I had to explain to him that the people in the future would think we are really lame if they open a box and it was filled with clothes and books. Then I told Rory I'd thrown the $3 of my own money to prove I was making a circus too. It does seem to be enough to convince him to forego over his new video games and a couple of other things. Actually, I had a secret plan that wasn't letting Rowie in on. I knew that putting a cash in this time capsule was a smart move because that money is gonna worth a lot more than 300 cents in the future. So, hopefully whenever finds the time capsule will travel back in the time and reward me for making them rich. For you, kind sir. I wrote a little note and they put in the box just to make sure the person who finds it knows actually who they. To home and may concern. The cash is from Greg Hapley, 12 Surrey Street. Me and Rowie found a shoebox and put all of our stuff in it. And we sealed it up with some masking tape. I wrote a little note on the outside of a box to make sure it didn't get open too soon. Time capsule. Do not open until this time travel is possible. After that, we put it in the hole we dug yesterday and buried it as fast we could. I kind of wish Rowie had put some effort into digging a hole because our time capsule wasn't really burned all anyway. Hopefully nobody will mess with it because it needs to stay there for at least a few hundred years. Now it's Monday. Well, my week got off to rock start. When I got out of bed, Mom's bathrobe wasn't where it usually is. It's hanging on my doorknob. I asked Mom if she took a robe back, but she said she didn't. So I have a feeling Dad has something to do with it. A couple of days ago, I figured out a way to accompany the bathrobe experience with a heating vent experience. I don't think that really approved of my idea. I figured he either hid a robe or got rid of it. Now that I think of it, that he made a run to the Goodwill bin last night after dinner, so that's probably not a good sign. Anyway, if Dad did get rid of the robe, it wouldn't be the first time it drowned out someone's personal property. You know how many have been trying to quit using Perfector. Yesterday morning, Dad got rid of very single of many spinklies. Well, Manny totally freaked out. The only way Mom could get him to calm down was to dig out his old blanket. This one called Stingy. Tingy had started off a blue blanket that Mama knit for Manny's first birthday, and it was love at first sight. Manny carried that thing around with him everywhere he went. He wouldn't even let Mom take it away from him so she could wash it. It started falling apart, and by the time Manny was 2, his blankets was basically a couple of pieces of yarn held together by raisins and boogers. I think that's when Manny started to call his blanket Tingy. For the past couple of days, Manny had been dragging Tingy around the house just like he did when he was a baby. I've been trying to stay out of his way as much as possible. Now it's Wednesday, so let's see Wednesday for tomorrow. Now it says, so the pursuit of our Wimpy Kids, today's Wimpy Kids story is, I'm gonna tell you the one thing. Many Wimpy Kids' dad have thrown out Manny's blanket out of the trash. So Wimpy Kids' mom have made another blanket, and it called Tingy to Manny. Many have made it that name, and it take too long time. So Manny have love with that Tingy. So he have take that Tingy all day, and yes. So Manny have take Tingy every day and take it all day. So the Tingy have turned into a little little blanket. It's not even a blanket now because many have loved that blanket so much. So let's see that blanket for tomorrow. Maybe we're gonna go into the trash can too. So let's see another story starting on Wednesday for tomorrow. Now, bye everyone. Oh yes. Oh, please don't do my YouTube. Bye everyone.